There is a $7.99 bottle of minoxidil sitting on a shelf at Costco right now. There is a $1.55 a month subscription box being shipped to a man in his mid-40s with the exact same molecule inside it. Same FDA-approved 5% concentration. Same twice-daily protocol. Same clinical evidence. The only difference is $564 a year and a wellness app with a progress photo feature. You are not paying for better hair. You are paying for a brand identity and a direct-to-consumer funnel. Welcome to the Handsome Theory. I am going to break down 5 hair loss subscription services that are charging American men over 42 to 10 times more than they need to pay for 2 molecules that have been off patent for decades. And then I am going to show you 3 alternatives that deliver the exact same clinical outcomes at a fraction of the cost. No BS. Let us get into it. Here is the one fact that changes everything. There are only 2 molecules on Earth with genuine FDA approval for treating male pattern hair loss. 2. Minoxidil, developed by Upjohn scientists in the 1950s as a blood pressure treatment before researchers noticed it stimulated hair growth in patients. It hit American pharmacies as Rogaine in 1988. And finasteride, FDA approved in 1997 under the Propecia brand. Finasteride works by blocking 5-alpha reductase, the enzyme that converts testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, the hormone that miniaturizes hair follicles in men with genetic predisposition to pattern baldness. Both patents expired years ago. Both molecules are manufactured by generic pharmaceutical suppliers and available at every major U.S. pharmacy chain. Every shampoo, every biotin gummy, every scalp serum you have seen advertised on a podcast traces back to these 2 molecules, or it has no clinical support for regrowing hair. Smart men know which category their subscription belongs to. Starting at number 5. Nutrafol Men. You will find it at Ulta beauty stores, in the waiting rooms of upscale dermatology practices, and at the top of Amazon search results when a man starts worrying about his hairline at 2 a.m. The price is $88 per month, not $88 for a medication. $88 for a dietary supplement. The marketing is extremely sophisticated. Nutrafol uses the phrase clinically effective. They have physician endorsements. The before and after photos look real. But when researchers at Perfect Hair Health performed a detailed breakdown of Nutrafol's ingredient data against published clinical evidence, they found exactly one ingredient in the entire formula with peer-reviewed support for treating androgenetic alopecia in men. 1. It is saw palmetto. Saw palmetto is a palm berry extract that partially blocks DHT, the hormone responsible for follicle miniaturization. It is not FDA approved for hair loss. It is less effective than finasteride. But it does have some supporting data. High-quality saw palmetto, manufactured to the same methodology used in clinical studies and third-party tested for purity, sells for $12 at CVS, Walgreens, or Walmart as a standalone supplement. $12 versus $88 per month. The chemistry gap between those 2 numbers is 0. You've been played by a beautiful label and a wellness narrative built on one ingredient that costs less than lunch. Number 4. Bosley Full Package. Bosley has 50 years of brand recognition in hair restoration. You have seen their clinic ads. The Bosley RX full subscription package runs $165 for a 3-month supply, which is $55 per month. It bundles finasteride, minoxidil, a follicle energizer serum, and a DHT-removing shampoo. Let us price each piece separately. Finasteride 1 mg is a generic drug. With a good RX coupon at any CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or Kroger in America, 30 tablets run $8 to $15. Minoxidil 5% is an over-the-counter drug. The Kirkland brand at Costco ships a 12-month supply for under $40 total. That is $3.33 per month for the identical active ingredient. Now the follicle energizer. It contains biotin, caffeine, and botanical extracts. There are 0 FDA-approved ingredients for hair regrowth in that formula. The DHT-removing shampoo is where the claim completely falls apart. No shampoo removes DHT. DHT is a hormone produced systemically by your body. It cannot be washed away. Shampoo also sits on your scalp for 90 seconds before you rinse it off. Minoxidil needs 4 full hours of uninterrupted scalp contact to absorb properly. That is why every clinical trial on minoxidil uses a leave-in foam or solution, not a rinse-off formula. You are paying $55 a month for 2 cheap generics bundled with 2 products that have no meaningful clinical support. Smart men know the difference between brand equity and chemistry. Number 3. Roman Hair. Roman is part of Ro, one of the largest telehealth platforms in the United States. Their finasteride runs $22 to $32 per month depending on subscription tier. Their minoxidil solution sits at $20 per month. The combination approaches $50 monthly. Now compare that to any Kroger, CVS, or Walgreens near you. Generic finasteride 1 mg with a free GoodRx coupon runs $8 to $15 for 30 tablets. Generic minoxidil 5% store brand solution costs $7 to $10 per month over the counter, no prescription required. The consultation itself has real value exactly once. A licensed provider rules out non-genetic causes and writes the finasteride prescription. That is worth paying for one time. But Roman does not sell you a one-time consultation. Roman sells you a recurring subscription at markup on 2 off-patent generics. Billed automatically every month for as long as you forget to cancel. The prescription belongs to you, not to them. You've been played by a frictionless digital experience built on molecules any pharmacy already stocks. Number 2. Keeps. Their branding is calm, clinical, and built for men who first discovered the category in their late 30s. Their minoxidil alone runs $33 for 3 months, which is actually competitive. But the bundle they push hardest, combining finasteride, minoxidil foam, thickening shampoo, and biotin gummies, runs $60 to $70 per month. Strip out the shampoo, which cannot deliver clinically meaningful results for the contact time reasons already covered. Strip out the biotin gummies. A 2017 systematic review published in Skin Appendage Disorders found biotin supplementation only improves hair loss in patients with a diagnosed deficiency, which is rare in adult American men. There is no clinical evidence supporting biotin for androgenetic alopecia in men with normal levels. You are back to paying a markup on 2 generics. What Keeps is actually selling is a commitment device. The app creates psychological investment. The progress photos create sunk cost. The minoxidil in the Keeps foam is the same molecule, at the same 5% concentration as the minoxidil in the Kirkland foam at Costco. You are paying for behavioral architecture, not pharmacology. Number 1. Hims Hair. The most aggressively marketed hair loss subscription in America. They advertise on every podcast aimed at men over 35 and spend tens of millions annually on digital acquisition. By 2024, Hims had over 2 million active subscribers across their platform. Their hair power pack, finasteride plus topical minoxidil plus thickening shampoo plus biotin gummies, runs $60 per month and up. A man who subscribes at 42 and stays for 10 years spends $7,200. The same 2 active ingredients purchased at Costco and with a GoodRx coupon cost approximately $1,300 over that decade. The difference is $5,900. That is not a rounding error. That is a used car. Hims did not discover minoxidil. Hims did not improve finasteride. Hims packaged 2 off-patent generics with a shampoo that cannot block DHT and a biotin gummy with no clinical support for this condition, put them in matte packaging with a sans serif logo, and built a $1.6 billion valuation on top of a monthly autorenew. You've been played by the most well-funded wellness brand in the category. Now here is what actually works. 3 plays that deliver identical clinical outcomes to the brands above at a price the chemistry actually justifies. Number 3. Kirkland Signature Minoxidil 5% from Costco. Costco's Kirkland brand ships a 1-year supply of FDA-approved 5% minoxidil topical solution for approximately $25 to $40 depending on the format. That is under $3.50 per month. The active molecule is identical. The concentration is identical. A 48-week randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology, tracking 984 men with androgenetic alopecia, found that 5% topical minoxidil produced significantly more hair regrowth than the 2% formulation and was well tolerated across all participants. That data belongs to the molecule. Costco licensed the same compound. Buy it there. The science is clear, and it does not care about the logo on the bottle. Number 2. Generic finasteride with a GoodRx coupon at your local pharmacy. Finasteride 1 mg is the most evidence-backed oral treatment for male pattern hair loss outside of surgical intervention. In 2-year randomized controlled trials submitted to the FDA for approval, 83% of men taking finasteride preserved their existing hair count, and 64% experienced measurable regrowth. It requires a prescription. Getting that prescription does not require a subscription service. Your primary care physician can write it in a routine visit. A telehealth consultation through a flat-fee platform like Dr. B costs $15 for the visit, with no recurring membership fee. Take the prescription to any major U.S. pharmacy, enter it at GODRX.com or the GoodRx app, and generic finasteride 1 milligram costs between $8 and $15 for a 30-day supply at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or Kroger. First month, total including the consultation. Approximately $23. Every month after, $15 or under. No subscription. No app. No autorenew to cancel. Smart men know that the prescription belongs to them, not to the platform that wrote it. And the #1 smart play. The combination protocol. Generic minoxidil plus generic finasteride running simultaneously. A 2025 meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Medicine analyzed randomized controlled trials on men with androgenetic alopecia and found that the combined finasteride and minoxidil protocol produced significantly superior outcomes compared to either treatment alone. The mechanism is logical. Minoxidil acts at the follicle level, increasing blood flow to the scalp and extending the anagen, or active growth, phase of the hair cycle. Finasteride acts at the hormonal level, blocking DHT from binding to and miniaturizing those same follicles. They attack the problem from two different biological angles at the same time. Total monthly cost for this protocol, using generic minoxidil from Costco at $3.50 per month and generic finasteride with a GoodRx coupon at $12 per month, runs approximately $15 to $16 per month after the one-time consultation fee. Compare that to $60 per month from Hims, $55 from Bosley, $50 from Roman. Over 1 year, the combination protocol with generics costs around $190. The branded subscriptions cost $600 to $720 for the exact same two active ingredients. The chemistry gap is zero. The price gap is $400 to $530 per year, every year, for as long as you keep your hair. Here is the bottom line on all of it. The hair loss subscription industry built a billion-dollar market on a single piece of consumer psychology. When a man in his 40s notices his hairline is changing, he is in a moment of vulnerability. The category is embarrassing. The research is confusing. A clean brand with a clinical aesthetic appears in his feed, charges a premium, and he pays it because it feels like taking action. Smart men know the action is the molecule, not the brand. 2 FDA-approved compounds, both off-patent. Both available at Costco, Walgreens, CVS, and Kroger in every major American city. Everything else on that subscription invoice is a markup on fear. Hit subscribe for more of this. Next video, I am going inside the men's anti-aging face cream market, and the numbers on what brands like Kiehl's, Brickell, and Particle charge per ounce versus what the active ingredients actually cost per kilogram will make you put the jar down and walk to the drugstore aisle. If this saved you money today, hit the like button and drop a comment telling me which brand you were paying for. I will see you in the next one.